Hello, friends. How are you today? Again, this is Betty, and I am here to give you tips for daily operations. And you are welcome to subscribe and click the button to give you notifications. So now I'm going to talk about a topic that not many people like discussing because they feel I'm the boss. When I say it goes, when I do, it does. Just please calm down, come to us. Let's have this conversation, okay? How to build a dream team without micromanaging, okay? Because some people, they quit jobs because of micromanaging. And micromanaging can be very demoralizing, very inefficient, very condescending. Okay. So I want to give you tips as an operations specialist. I want to give you some tips of how you can scale your business and how you can operate as a leader who is leading and who is not a dictator. Okay. So if you're in the healthcare space, if you're in whatever space, you're welcome to listen. But hi, I am Betty, and I'm an operations strategist for healthcare providers and practitioners. So if you're a physician or you have an agency like Homecare and Home Health, you're welcome to hit me up, and I can be able to assist you on a deeper level about any topic that I talk here. I'm also a consultant, so I can be able to assist you further if you need any assistance. And I do have a lot of things going on. So if you look at my links, you're able to see and check and see what fits you or what need you have. And just hit me up, book a discovery call, and let's talk. Okay, on to the topic. So you're frustrated, you're having hiring issues, you're having retention issues, you're having a very big turnover. Listen, if you're a small business, you don't have to have so many things that are like large enterprises have. You can have little things that help you with retention. And one of the things is things like communications, communicating with each other, and just little bonuses here and there. And referral bonuses too, they work very well. And then this helps the team feel like they are working together, that they mean something to you. They're not just there to see patients and then you make all the money. Yeah, you have to make them feel like family. So most of the healthcare providers, they don't know how to delegate. And that's one of the issues that we have in healthcare, where people feel that they know it all. Okay. And when that starts happening, when you're feeling that you know it all, then now you start creating leaks in your business, because who can help you if you know it all? So how to build a support team that is good and that you don't have to micromanage? One is by having systems, standard operating procedures, where you have everything written down step by step, what needs to be done. So for example, you know that you're going to be doing scheduling every day, regardless. Have a process, a process that shows step one goes to step two goes to step three, like that. And so whenever you hire whoever is coming to assist you, they just go into your SharePoint. So by this time, I'm assuming you have a SharePoint, and if you don't have one, we can help you set up one. So you can go to your SharePoint, the procedure for scheduling, they just click on it and they follow step by step as they are scheduling. Okay. The procedure for intake, they go open the intake procedure and follow step by step. Okay. So those are some of the things you need to consider. That way you're also hands off from the employee or the contractor and letting them do what they say they were coming in to do for you. Okay. So systems is very, very important for you. Then deciding who is going to do which task. I know most of the time small business owners have a problem with that, because maybe you're just starting out and the income is not good. So you could start out with like simple tasks. My suggestion normally when someone is starting out and you as the owner are going out marketing, so you need someone who is doing the intake calls for you and scheduling out the assessments and all that for you. So for me, I think the intake person and scheduler, it could be the same person. That is the first thing I would recommend. Hire that person to support you. That they can support you with other administrative tasks as they do their main tasks. Yeah. So when you're having them come in, they pretty much know they're going to be doing scheduling and intake, but they're going to be doing other administrative tasks like maybe answering the phones and responding to the phones, checking the emails, making sure your email is reduced or to nothing. Okay, responding to clients, responding to inquiries, data entry. They can be doing that because unless you are a superstar in marketing at the beginning of your business, you will not have that much to do intake for. But if you're a mid-sized business or you've been in business for a while, that means there's a lot going on. Then you can split and have the intake and scheduling and the same person, and maybe have an administrative support VA, or maybe someone in the office be the one doing all that coordination for you. But I don't recommend at any point, I do not recommend you working by yourself. I do not recommend that because that's going to be stressful. Okay. From experience, I've done it before. I've done it from experience, and what I'm saying is, don't do things on your own. It can be overwhelming, and that's where burnout comes in. Okay. Then another thing is define your tasks properly. So when I say something like define your tasks properly, is like every task, define it. Don't let the people just do whatever they want. Okay. Define the tasks and put it out there so they know what they're doing. And that means you're not always going, oh, what is Betty doing? Oh, what is Betty doing? And this avoids things like, having to always look at what someone is doing. It's stressful, you know? It's stressful because you're working remotely because you enjoy working remotely, but you have somebody who is always hovering around you. Those are some of the things you avoid. And those are some of the things that make people leave. So if you want to retain your people, you have to give them the ability to work, empower them. You empower them by training them at the beginning. You empower them by giving them the resource to use to work. It's like giving a carpenter the hacksaw to be able to work. They need the hacksaw. First, you show them how to use the hacksaw. Then you give them the hacksaw for them to be using it all the day, okay, and all the time that they need. Then create roles that make sense. I used intake and scheduling as a role that makes sense to me because that is something that one person can do. And that is something that even if one person can do, they relate to each other. Because if I receive a call for intake, then that relates to scheduling. Because if I receive that call for intake and I receive a call, maybe someone needs services, then I can schedule it out to the assessment person, the person that does assessments for you. Then the person that does assessments for you, once they're done, you can schedule out the visits. So those relate to each other, those relate to each other. But, there's some things that don't make sense, like, intake and IT. That will not make sense to anybody, regardless of which industry you are in, regardless. So those are the things to look out for. Delegate and have the peace of mind that I have delegated this to this online business manager that I have hired, I have delegated, and they're going to help me do this. The other thing is being able to coach and also being able to receive from the employees, because they're the ones who are doing the job, right? So they're the ones who are doing the job. So if they give you a suggestion like something is not going right, listen to them, because they're the ones who are doing the job, okay? They're the ones who are telling you, hey, look, this is not working. This should be the one that's working, okay? So listen to them too. That's also another way of building a dream team, because they feel that they are part of the journey. They feel that they are part of the organization, and they also feel that what they are recommending definitely works, and whatever they are recommending is going to be listened to by the leadership. That is very, very important. That's really, really key. I remember when I was working in corporate, that's one of the things that really motivated me. Like when you make a suggestion and it becomes like a discussion in a meeting from the leaders, they discuss it, they come to you to ask you for clarification, it goes back. It makes you feel nice, like, okay, so they're really having this conversation out there, even if I'm not involved in the conversation, they haven't invited me, but they're still involving me in like knowing how to do things. I think that was very, very, that's one of the things that I really enjoyed when I was working there. I know some people say they don't enjoy working in corporate, but I did enjoy what I was doing, because I was doing a job that I enjoy doing. And what I was doing for corporate in the operation side is exactly what I offer out here now that I'm offering the service as a coach and consultant. So, on that note, if you have any need for your operations, if you have any need for your teams, you need streamlining things for your business, you're welcome to book a discovery call with me. We would have a nice 30 minutes of seeing how we can work together, and I'll be able to assist you. I also do have a challenge that's coming up. The Healthcare Practitioner Accelerator is coming up. Yes, the Healthcare Operations Accelerator is coming up. It's going to be running in the month of probably May. We haven't set a date yet, but it's going to be 8 weeks from the day it starts. The Healthcare Operations Accelerator. So this one is going to be, we're going to work together. And when we work together, there are so many things. What you can expect is the hours of the week are going to reduce when you work with me. The hours of the week, because you're going to be delegating, a lot of delegating, okay? You have a clear strategy to scale without endless hours. And then you will stop the struggle of micromanaging. If you're used to micromanaging, it will have to stop. You will learn how to resolve bottlenecks, and then you will be able to develop standard operating procedures. You will be able to have patient retention strategies. So look out for that. In my coming days, I'll be talking more about it, but I'm going to drop a link here, and it's going to be an interest link. If you're interested in joining the accelerator program, is going to be intense. It's going to be a lot, and it's going to be very, very enjoyable. At the end of the day, you will really enjoy your time with me. I look forward to working with you, and I look forward to seeing you subscribe and click on the bell. And once you do that, it gives you notifications for when I'm coming up next. Thank you so much, and have a blessed day.